Welcome to day one of Big Brother. This will be the last ever series of this reality show. And there's going to be one big surprise in store for whoever wins this. The winner of this year's reality show will win this Big Brother house. It has more rooms than you can count. It has more than 4 stories. And it overlooks the town of Lynton in North Devon. The house is worth a breathtaking £1 million, but who will be the eventual winner? In the last ever series of Big Brother, there are 9 housemates. Cosmo Jarvis is one of them. So why do you think you'll win this series?
I think I'll win the big prize.
You think that? I mean, if you manage to win the big prize, what can you see yourself doing in this house?
Sleeping.
The other 8 housemates are in this room, playing music on their first night. Until it was bought by Endemol for the Big Brother show, this house was owned by the local philanthropist Lord Devon. In his heyday, he used to get representatives of 22 different charities to sit on each one of the 22 different chairs at his many dinner table meetings. The Big Brother task for tonight is to create a song which Big Brother will release on iTunes. The housemates are all busy at this task. The housemates are busy trying to synchronise the various instruments. Well, you're fresh from today's task, trying to create a record to sell on iTunes. Not for charity though.
No, that's right.
Now, what's your motivation for winning this, if you've got any at all?
Basically, I've got this 1938 omnibus, and basically no one's ever driven an omnibus from 1938 over the Himalayas before, but it's going to cost a lot of money to do it.
Yes, but you win the house, so to get money afterwards, to get this for this dream trip in the Himalayas, that means you'd have to sell the house.
The house?
Because you'll win this house.
I know, but the house is not really going to get me over the Himalayas. I don't care about the house.
Oh, well, okay, well, if you win, you could sell the house, get the money from that, or
right, yeah.
Perhaps you could just enjoy life.
It's quite unique, the house, because it's the only house in Britain that's actually got these one-way glass mirrors all the way around with camera tracks. It actually could fetch a fair price.
Well, tonight's task is complete, apparently. And right now, one of the housemates is going to tell us, or show us the result of that. So, is the song complete? Is it ready for consumption? This is the song. Well, I reserve judgment.
Hello, I'm Alberta.
We're talking to Alberta now, one of the housemates.
I'm Alberta. I've just come in here. I like this house. It's really cool.
Alright, so you really want to win the house, don't you?
I do. I certainly do.
Well, how do you think the music task went?
Well, I think I was brilliant. I think I was really cool.
Alright, so what you can do if you win the house, what will you do with it?
I will just live in it. Because I love it here and I'll live in it.
Can't say fairer than that.
No, you can't.
But, I mean, do you think, is there anyone else you think might win, or do you think
No.
You think you've got something over
I've
the
got everything. I don't need anyone else in this house. I've got everything.
Wow.
I will win it definitely.
Oh, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Well, you've had a long day, haven't you, today? It's been a long ride getting here.
It's been wild. It's been a buzz.
I'm glad that you've got such spirit. I mean, you've been awake for 20 hours.
I know. I've been awake forever.
And you've had to do a complex task designed to startle the first housemate, and you did it brilliantly.
I did so, yes.
The real house inmates have only been left a certain amount of food. Cosmo is playing with what little supplies there are.
The effects
1 metre dropping a biscuit in 2. Very good.
Even more food's being wasted,
No,
and
it will be eaten.
the cannabis supply is running low.
It will be eaten. And even with this thing, we can set the biscuit on fire. But that's not very advisable, really. Singed biscuit. Singed biscuit.
Jonzo bins the carcinogenic biscuit. As this is a new TV show, some teething problems are inevitable. 2:11 a.m. The clock is wrong. 12:00 a.m. The clock hasn't been set. Cosmo Jarvis has spotted the secret alcoholic stash provided by our programme sponsor. Day 2 in the real house. The inmates are settling in, wondering what it would be like if they were to be the personal winner
Where's your scope job?
of all this. As a reward for completing last night's songwriting task, the participants have been shoved up a nearby hill, from which you can see the entire town of Lynton, where the real house is situated. One housemate couldn't complete the walk and in frustration has kicked down this sign. The same housemate, who cannot be named, issued legal threats to our cameramen. Therefore the footage of the Day 2 evening in the house has been permanently deleted. So our next catch up with the housemates is in Day 4. With the exception of this.
Hey, do you think all of them's done now?
I think so. They're
Some of them are a bit ashy, actually.
Actually, they're lovely. They're done.
Are they done? Finally?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Finally they're done, let's have one.
They're quite exquisite, actually.
In the kitchen,
Some of them are a bit smoky on the outside. Ashy.
2 housemates
Finally done.
are deliberating over to whether to eat undercooked potatoes,
Have you ever seen potatoes like this?
as the other housemates go to bed.
This is the longest running.
Day 4 in the real house. 6:45 p.m. Most of the housemates are outside in the cliff edge garden. They are burning house supplies in the arga they have created outside. Joseph has come in from the outside midnight garden to talk to Real House about his experiences thus far. Now, how do you think it's going, Day 4, Joseph?
My name's Joseph Egg. Call me Joe. I think so far it's gone really well. Only because I'm the only housemate here so far. And I deserve to win. Of course I deserve to win, because I'm the only housemate.
Well, how do you mean the only husband? You clearly...
What?
clearly
Can you say any more?
Well, okay. But 2 have already been voted off. 1 was disqualified for contesting in the outside world. He placed a Kit Kat under a caravanette in the car park outside the Real House Studios. Who voted out yesterday.
Did the Kit Kat get run over by the caravanette? No,
Well,
it did not.
Well, we're
It
going
was
to...
misplaced.
We're going to
It's
reveal...
put behind the wheels instead of in front of the wheels. Tell me this or tell me nothing. Would I have placed the Kit Kat where that was placed? No, I would not. Therefore, I deserve this house.
Well, we're going to reveal all on Friday's show. So you think...
Cheers.
Do you think you're the only housemate, but you think that is the reason why you might win all of this? A house
And
worth
this place,
1.2
Kit
million.
Kat, could change the history of the world. Believe me. Has this changed the world? Yes, it probably
Now, if
has.
it wasn't you...
Had that... Can you imagine? That caravanette had backed up. The tyre burst on the Kit Kat. Those people being thrown about anywhere, you know.
Well, it certainly did
One
change...
person smashing their head on the steering wheel, another person being thrown up on the back of their seat. Everything could have happened.
Well, it changed the Real House show. We've lost 2 housemates already.
Yes.
Well, that means we're down to 7 already, but there are now just 4 days left.
6. Show me the other 6.
The other 6 are there right now, however they're
Yes.
in peril. They could be voted out at any time
I have a solution.
for any rule breaking whatsoever.